So let's get started. So quickly, we want to quickly do a little bit of editing, but what we're dealing with today is how to cut a clip and join it with another clip and join different clips together. So first thing, we go to our import, we bring in these 4 different videos, right? Put it inside. So now we have 4 clips. First thing, I'll bring in the little boy here typing something. Let's bring the boy in. It's another boy typing the same thing, but what I need from this particular boy, the upper one here, is just where he pointed to the screen, right? Teach some action. So I'm going to just click here. Now for you to cut clips in any editing software, you use, first of all, use the timeline stick to find where you want to cut. So this is where I want to cut. I want to cut it from here, right? Now that I've discovered where I want to cut from, you use what is called the split tool. Now this tool is available in every editing software. There's no editing software you will not find this tool. It's called, and they always look like this. It's always looking like this, split. You always see it in most editors, in Premiere Pro, in Cyberlink, Power Director, in CapCut, in Filmora, whatever software you're using, you'll find it there. So, but just find where it is, all right? So just click on this tool right here. Click on this tool right here, right? Once you click on it, it will split the video into 2. Take out this part, we don't need this part, and then we'll bring this part forward. Now I need where he's writing, right? Where he pointed and then he's writing, right? Once he's done writing, I don't think I still need any of this. I don't need any. So where he's writing is what I need. So I just pick this part, cut it again, I delete this part, right? So now I have a very simple clip of the young man typing something right in there. You can see that? Good. So he writes something. Now the next part I want to bring in is where the student now says something. So let's say I want the teacher to come in first. All right, so but this is where the child came in. Okay, now you see this part, right? This part, I'm going to stop it here. Okay, now all of this part, they go together, right? So I'm going to click here. I'm splitting this one again. So I want to move this part to the front, right? I'll move these 2 clips. I will move it behind somewhere here. Let it stay here, all right? So that, you know, we have, can you see that now? And then you have the boy typing, and then this fades into the school. Now we're going to still add a little bit of transition and all of that, but first of all, let's mix everything. Let's work out everything. Okay, good. Now here we are going to do something here. We're going to use the fade in, fade out. All right, so there are effects you use for that, but I want us to do things manually right here. So first thing we just learned is how to cut a video, right? So we just cut this video. Remember, this part and this part were joined together before. This one out of that part. So we just cut and mix them together, right? So from here, we are going to transition this two so that it works together, right? Let's use the transition effect. Another thing we can do is we can use the fading. If we want to do it manually, we can use the fading, but let me see if I could just use the fade. Let's do it manually. So we're going to do this. We'll put this on top of this, right? So this one fades into this one, right? And then this upper one fades into the lower one. So I'm going to first of all click on this, and then I'll come to the beginning right here, and then I'll use the blend tool, right? The blend tool, you click on video, click on basic, and then you scroll down. You're going to see blend. This is blend. So just click on it, and then you find opacity. I'll bring down the opacity to 0, and then I'll give it a keyframe, right? And then I'll move forward a little bit. you can see where it's fading into the broad day. So I'm going to increase this one, right? So it's going to fade in, right? And then this upper one is going to fade out into this one. Now let's do that. So I'm going to click here. I'll give it a keyframe. Remember, the keyframe is what makes it is a starting point. I'm giving it a starting keyframe. So I want it to start from opacity, and then I've already given it a keyframe, and then as it moves forward down to the last part, it fades out, right? So it starts from opacity where it's starting point, and then it moves here. Now I want also this, as it's typing, let it also start from complete fade out, right, to complete fading. So now I have this, right? So let's play it now. Now, so that's what I wanted us to check out. So that's how to place clips on top of clips. Use the split to separate two different clips, right? So this is one clip, this is another clip, this is another clip, this is another clip. So we have three different clips here. Okay, so that's how to use your split to separate two different videos. All right, now I just want to add a little bit of beauty to this, so I'm just going to do this. So today we have learned how to separate, to use the split to cut out some part of your video and join it to another video. Now just for the beauty of this video, let's bring in some text, make it look good. So we're going to just put in a text here, a text there. I'm going to type education. So I'm going to use this, right? I'm going to bring this here. And then I'll have another text. So this one is going to be the key to success. So put the key to success. All right, so let's reduce the size of this one. Then we'll bring it down here. Now this is what I want us to do. I want us to still apply some fade effect here. So we're going to click on education. We scroll down a bit. We scroll down, we look for the blend tool, like as we did the first one, right? But this time we're not going to be adding keyframe. We're just going to reduce the opacity a little bit, right? Just a little bit, not so much, maybe around 83 or 85. I'll do the same for the key to success, just a little bit, around 85. So now let's have it play. So you can see the beauty of this. You can also add music to it. Like I said, always add music that has that deals with what you're talking about. So like what we're talking about is education. So I had to go look for some educational music. So you can see that's what we have here. So I'm going to cut this again. Again, what you did with the other with the video, you can also do it with the audio. Look for where you want to cut. So this is where I want the audio to end, right? So I'm just going to click here, all right, and split it. I use the split, and then I split it, and then I delete this one, right? And I delete this one. Now I can play it again. So I can fade this one out. I can fade it out. I'll be using transition. There are automatic ways of doing this, but I don't want to use the automatic. I want to use the manual so that you can know how to do it when you're working without all of these automations. Okay, so but I think CapCut didn't provide the blend tool for sound, so we're just going to use this one. So you have the fade out here, right? So yeah, so I'm going to click here. I want to fade out this video. So let me click on basic, and then I'll use opacity. I'll click here, come down here, and quietly fade it out. I'll do the same for all of this. Come down here, I'll use the blend tool. Here's the blend tool somewhere there. Let's look for it. So we use the blend tool, right? The same way we did it. We give it a keyframe, a starting keyframe, which is this. I'll do the same thing here, so we don't have to start. Now I'll come down here, right, and fade it out. I'll do the same thing for this one. I'll fade it out. All right. So now let's play it together. Now you can see conflicting sound there. To make things easier, we can separate the music inside this in CapCut. We can separate it. So for me to separate music from, to separate the voice and the music in CapCut, what I need to do is, I think I'll just leave that for now. All right. So, but I might just decide to use the fade in also for this one, right, and then reduce the volume a little bit, right, so that it doesn't clash, it doesn't collapse with. So this is just a simple editing. What we've learned so far is how to cut a video, how to cut clips of a video and join it together, how to use the fading effects, the fading and fade out effect on the video, and how to also bring in music and cut out some part of your music. So this is very simple. We'll be moving to the next topic in our class. So when you're done with your work, as usual, you can export it, and then you have you type the name of your video somewhere there, and then you export. Okay, so see you soon. God bless you.